Hi, my name is Mervale. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. In today's video, I am going to talk about fatherhood. What it really takes to be a father, what are the tricks and tips that you all should be aware of, especially some of you out there that are wondering what is it like to be a father, whether you have a child on the way or you're planning on having a kid in the future. What are your responsibilities as a father? Well, I put this video together to help you understand and hopefully make the right decision based off of the information that I am going to be providing throughout this entire video. If you're finding me for the first time, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. Remember to turn on the bell icon so when I drop a video like this you get notified. And also let me take the time to give a special shout out to all of my new subscribers. Thank you guys so much and welcome to the family. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. Well, in today's video, like I said, it's going to be focusing on fatherhood. What it really takes to be a father. And I think I might know why a lot of fathers out there, or parents generally speaking, at one point they felt like they had to give up on their kids and move on with their lives because they couldn't put up with all the shenanigans that kids have. And oftentimes, I always say, the moment you become a father, and I learned this from experience, all of your priorities are pretty much inconsiderable. Your kids become your number one priorities. Before anything, they will have to come first. As you're just going to watching in this video, and we'll be discussing it along the way. Thank you for tuning in, and let's go. The hardest part about becoming a father is the ability to accept that your priorities are not primes anymore. It comes down to the kids. You really have to dedicate your life to the kids. Give them everything they deserve, everything. Do whatever it takes to show your fatherhood to your child or your children. Sometimes I wake up in the morning so hungry, but before I eat anything, I will have to make sure my boy is already fed and energetic enough to start his day. Sometimes it's even almost impossible to log into online, do your homeworks, and still keep up with your lecture and stay on the top of the game. It's really, really difficult. That's why I advise against having kids prior to pursuing your education if that's the route you are willing to take. I'm not saying that it is impossible, but I am warning you it's going to be difficult. We all hoped that COVID-19 was going to be over with within a couple of months when it first started, but then we realized we found ourselves 2 years later still dealing with it. So it's important in every household, especially parents out there, or those who have kids, please have hand sanitizers at home. So whenever you're dealing with the kids, handling the kids, you're always sanitizing your hands. So that's why I keep this close by whenever I'm taking care of my little one. So I always make sure that I hand sanitize myself, you know what I mean? Because if I don't do that, then the kids are exposed to whatever we take outside when we go to work and bring back to the house. And you just can't afford that. Now with the COVID-19 surging and taking care of the kids at home, it's a really crucial part of your fatherhood or parenthood, making sure that your kids are healthy, because these are bad moments, these are bad times. So I just wanted to put that out there. As far as studying, it's a person like me, I get distracted so quickly when there is noise in the background. I can't really focus. And the best moment that I personally choose to study for an exam or to just memorize the material is at midnight or way early in the morning before anybody wakes up. Now I can't even do any of that because working night shift, coming home someday 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning, and you have to be up at a certain time to start taking care of the kids, right? That right there already took away 2 things that could keep my brain sharp. I can't read throughout the day. Every time you pick a book, this little man is crying. You have to figure out why is he crying for. Not only that he's making noise that I can't focus anymore, but I have to give up. I have to stop whatever I was doing to just take care of him. You know what I'm saying? It's too much. Guys, it may seem like I'm complaining, but these are the realities you will have to deal with when you become a father, or generally speaking, a parent. Parents go through a lot. Like there's a saying that children, especially coming from a family of Christianity, like I'm Christian, right? We are taught to believe that children are a blessing, right? And at some point I would agree with what they mean about the blessing per se, but on the other hand, that blessing could turn into a nightmare, causing so much stress and instability if you weren't financially prepared to even have a child to begin with. And that's another thing that a lot of people don't seem to understand, that having kids require money, because the expenses that you had is not going to be the same after you have a child. You will have to include into your budget to pay for the diapers, wipes, all this baby stuff. You used to get things for yourself. You have to treat yourself, right? Now that you have a child, you can't really do it anymore. Every time you go to a store, you go to a clothing store, you buy yourself something, You have to think about who you left behind. You got to bring them something also. It became natural for me. Every time I go to a clothing store to buy stuff for myself, I can't walk out of the store without buying my son something to wear. Otherwise, it will be unfair bringing stuff home, and it just won't feel right. But back before I had a child, it was natural and it was normal. I didn't even care about anybody else but myself. Now you got so much to care for, and it only comes with so much responsibilities. If you're that type of person who lack patience, if you're that type of person who don't like to be bothered, well, kids may not be for you, because I have to warn you, kids are annoying. And this just brings up the point to where, like, I only trust myself to watch my son. Not that anybody else can do it, people will do it for you. I got a lot of people who helped me in the past watching my son, and let me give a special shout out to them because they're true friends, and I really appreciate you all. If you just happen to watch this video, they do it, but only under a one specific circumstance. Because if we all have jobs, we all work, we all have other things to worry about. If I had my own personal things to worry about, and on top of that I have to worry about somebody else's child, it'll get to a certain point where I'll be tired, and I'll just have to let them know that, hey, this is not going to work, because it's taking a lot out of me. You know what I mean? And I get that. I do understand. Sometimes, watching this little man, it gets me annoying to a point where I'm about to explode, right? And I'm thinking, this is my own child. What about somebody else's? I mean, there are so many things about having a kid that would make you smile, that would make you happy. I'm not only saying like the negative things, but I'm just warning all the parents, right, who are so excited they're about to have their first child, or who are planning on, having a kid in the future, or whether they already have a partner, or you just got married, that you want to have a lot of kids and stuff of that nature. But you have to be prepared for the costs that come with having children, right? You're just not going to wake up one morning and make your own breakfast and do whatever you used to do before you had you had any kid. So now you have to reconsider all of that. Now, me personally, when I wake up in the morning, first thing I do, I gotta take care of this little man. I gotta take care of him. I gotta make sure everything is squared away. Sometimes I go hours without eating anything for myself because I'm so worried about his well-being that my hunger does not mean anything staying with him. So by the time he falls asleep, it just gives you enough time to do whatever you can do. So like I said, now you have to choose wisely what are your priorities. After you've done your job, now you put him to sleep. You probably only have 2 to 3 hours before he wakes back up and starts annoying the hell out of you again. Either if you're a college student or you're taking online classes, either you will have to log into online quickly, do your homework, or study, do whatever you can do, because you can squeeze everything in those 2 hours. Sometimes kids are unpredictable. Sometimes you put the kid to sleep expecting that they might be asleep for 4 or 5 hours, but they only end up sleeping 1 hour, barely giving you enough time to do your things. And once they wake up, you're just doing it all over. It's almost like working 24/7. You have your job, you go to your job, you work, you come home, sleep for a couple hours, wake back up and start taking care of the kids, which itself is a job. That's why you got all this daycare out there for, right? People get paid to watch other people's kids. So doing that at home is like working double time. So yes, guys, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I really, really appreciate it. Let me know in the comment section what did you think about this video. And also, if you would like me to make more videos like this, just let me know in the comment section as well. I really appreciate every single one of you for tuning in. And also remember, if this is your first time, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to keep those notification posts turned on, so when I release a video like this, so you can get notified. And also kindly share the video. All right, guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate you all. Until the next one, I'll see you later. Peace.